morning everyone. It's the 30th of March for me today because that's when the 100,000 steps challenge is happening. So as you see, it is still dark. It is like almost 3 o'clock. We're going to be walking around about 100,000 steps each. We're going to be dropped off about an hour from here and basically try and make our way home on foot. So a journey that takes a car 1 hour is going to take humans anywhere around 16 to 17 hours with average walking speed.
We prepare the food in the morning, we cook our breakfast and everything, and we are kind of actually raring to go. We put all our blister plasters on.
Yeah,
we've got our feet plastered up literally at the beginning of it.
Yeah, it's very good to know which areas are going to rub beforehand so you can pre-plaster them. I know the packet says when you feel a blister coming on, then put it on. It's
already too late.
But from my experience, put the plaster on before.
And then we were just walking in the dark. We set off quite early. We did set off a little bit later than we wanted to, but we still set off when it was dark outside. But we had head torches, we had normal torches, and we were walking on the side of the road, so it's pretty lit.
Yeah, so for the beginning, actually, we were keeping a pretty, you know, a good pace, you know. We were bouncing off the asphalt, although if some of you who walk, you know that walking on asphalt and concrete and stuff is actually painful in the long run, but it does give you a good bounce off.
So hello everyone, and welcome to our walk. We're 5 kilometers in and we've been going for an hour, and our step count is around the 8,500 mark. It was way too dark and misty this morning to really record anything, otherwise you'd just see black and grey pixels, so that's why we're starting it now. We're at a decent pace. We started a bit late, but that shouldn't matter, and we'll catch up with you at the next checkpoint unless something interesting happens along the way.
So yeah, we walked, you know, around the English countryside, muddy, wet like usual, although we did spot some amazing things such as, you know, what was it, a herd or whatever of deer? What is it called?
A herd, a group, a gathering. A cluster?
Yeah,
we'll put the word on the screen. There's a word for it.
I think there were 7, and they actually, because obviously they sensed us, they started running. I've never actually seen deer live,
I've only
run.
seen 1, and that's in the garden when it runs away. But there were 7 of them out there, just in the open, in the field.
Yeah, they're so like graceful. Yeah, it's amazing. You know, we were going, we were, you know, pushing it, you know.
And we had this massive stretch. We had to walk along a road for about 6 kilometers. Although we did come across a ford, which Polly didn't want to go through. But I was like, I'm going through it.
Were your feet wet afterwards?
Yes, they were. It was worth it.
No, it wasn't.
Yes, it was.
It wasn't. So soon we hit the mud, you know, started going through more and more fields and
clay.
And then we hit the clay and
it cemented our boots into the ground. We were going 1 kilometer an hour, I swear, for quite a while.
It took us literally maybe half an hour to get out of this field because well, we kept getting stuck in, and my walking pole kept getting stuck in, so I kept pulling it out of its basically socket.
Yeah.
It was such a bother, you know. So that's don't like clay.
But we reached our first checkpoint almost on time.
An hour and 50 minutes late.
Almost on time. Right, so we're a quarter of the way there. The time is just gone 11 o'clock, and our steps 28,500. So a quarter of the way there, and we're over 25,000 steps, so it should be enough steps. We were estimating 5 kilometers an hour. We're doing about 4 right now, which I think is pretty good still, considering, you know, we're going through clay, bogs, and also just muddy fields. Next bit is 3 hours away. Next checkpoint, where we're going to stop for another 10 or 15 minutes. Then that one is shorter. That's only 14 kilometers, not 17 and a half. If anything interesting happens along the way, we'll stop. But aside from that, see you in 3 hours at the next checkpoint.
So the thing about breaks is that obviously you need them to get your breath and obviously to let your muscles relax, but then when getting up,
it's the hardest thing ever. It's harder than starting the walk in the first place because you've just been walking and you just don't want to get back up. Your muscles are like, nope, I'm comfy.
And that's the feeling at the first checkpoint. It's only been like 3 to 4 hours, so of the whatever, 16, 17.
But after the first checkpoint, we spent 20 minutes instead of 10. We should have spent less, but we got up, we were determined, we were ready to go through the mud, through the fields.
Yeah, and then actually we started experimenting, as you can see. Yeah, so we started running. You know, it was like, well, I'm kind of bored of walking now, so let's run. You know, it might finish faster. Action. Oh my god. And actually the running worked because it lets your feet step on the ground different ways, so it relieves your feet in a way, and then because obviously your muscles are vibrating and trembling more when you're running, it just relieved them so much. It was like a massage, you know, a massage in motion. Yeah, so definitely I recommend running when you're supposed to be walking. Though you can't do it for a long time, can you now?
No.
Then we did try many varieties of running. We're gonna do Phoebe running.
Sure.
How many people do you think will get that reference?
I don't think many. Let us know down if you know where it's from. You look like an old granny with walking sticks.
It's good for temperature control. Shut up. I look like the queen.
Sure. Yeah, that right there, that was a mistake. I pulled a muscle in my leg somewhat, and then it hurt for quite a while afterwards.
That's not running!
A lot afterwards.
Yeah, you know, even at that point where you see us all basically in pain and, you know, not really crying, but definitely wanting to cry, you know, we were still determined, like, we were still saying, yeah, we'll definitely make it, we'll definitely make it. It just started raining. You want to come for a stroke now? Instead of coming to us threateningly? What are you doing?
Hello.
Turning into an old lady.
Yes, you are. Go, hobble, hobble. 42,000 steps.
We're halfway through. You know, at that point, basically all we like the car and the thought of not making it was the enemy. You know, it's just.
Although we did need brakes.
Yeah, the brakes increased. Our pace was drastically slowing down. You know, our rate was supposed to be 5 kilometers an hour, and at some points
we were doing 2 or 3.
Or get the mud, it was 1.
Yeah.
Flat out 1 kilometer an hour. We were just treading
Flat out.
through it. Yeah. So yes, we're still going,
albeit with some difficulty. So what seems to be the problem? So essentially both of them decided to put their legs up the hill to take the blood away from it, and now this. There's one. 2.
First steps. Do we have everything?
Yeah.
Where's my phone charging?
Oh.
Hold on.
So yeah, after that break, then the rain came and it was getting darker, it was getting colder, the wind was picking up, and...
Well,
we got halfway. Over halfway.
which is like 37 or 38 kilometers. And
Yep.
by that point, oh my cheese, the pain.
Your cheese, huh?
My cheese. Plus the thought of getting up again after 20 minutes. I mean, you saw us a few seconds ago. We couldn't get up. You know, it took us 5 minutes to get up.
It basically got to the point at the end, the last half an hour, it was soaking with rain. We were just kind of talking to each other, doing the maths doing the maths in our head, and we were realising we're going to have to walk faster than we walked in the beginning part where we were the fastest in order to do the steps by midnight.
Yeah. So at that point we said, leave it today and we'll try next time in the summery days when we can pick a non-muddy, more of a, you know, hard mud terrain. So sometime in the summer, probably June-ish time, whenever the whatever solstice something longest daylight time is, that's when we're going to be attempting again. If you want to recommend us flat areas to try and attempt to walk, you know, across. So yeah, leave your recommendations down below for our next attempt to do 100,000 steps.
And of course subscribe to see those future videos coming very soon, probably in the next few months.
And thank you so much for being a part of our journey and for following us on our journey, being so supportive. We would love to you know, hear your thoughts. So
See you next time.
yeah.